Simply watching bonobos reveals how unlike chimps they are, especially in ways we consider most human.
I met them the first time and I thought immediately they're totally different. The sense that you get looking them in the eyes is that they're more sensitive, more sensual, not necessarily more intelligent, but there's a higher emotional awareness, so to speak, of each other and also of people who look at them.
And there are other surprises. Scientists had assumed that all great apes fit into hierarchies dominated by males, like the chimps.
Chimpanzee society is horridly patriarchal, horridly brutal in many ways from the female point of view. In order to be an adult male chimpanzee, you have to be able to dominate all of the females. So that's rough from the female's point of view. They regularly get beaten up in horrid ways.
But female bonobos aren't dominated by males. Female bonobos are in charge. This was so unexpected that when researchers first reported it, they were met with resistance and disbelief.
I remember I got comments back saying, no, this is totally wrong. The males are all off in groups. They're just doing it when she's not looking. And I kept being told I should look harder to find these all-male groups because they were there and I was just not seeing them.
But bonobo society is matriarchal, difficult as it was for some scientists to accept.
When something doesn't fit your thinking, the best way to deal with it is to shove it out of the window and ignore it. And that's what the scientific community did.
But at mealtime, it's unmistakable. Sisterhood is power. Although males and females search for food together, females decide how it is shared out. A fallen bolingo fruit is a favorite. But it's the females who get to feed first. Male chimps wouldn't tolerate it, but male bonobos have to wait their turn. The females often share food with each other. It's a crucial way of strengthening their bonds. The males might want to muscle in, but if the females stand united, the males remain under their collective thumb. Individually, a male bonobo is stronger than a female. But shows of strength remain just that. Mostly, they're ignored. Male bonobos are also kept in check because they don't rely on each other for support. They lack the powerful alliances that give male chimps the upper hand. A male bonobo remains by his mother's side for much of his life.
Sons of very high-ranking females get a very high social status. They are always depending on their mother. Even if they are fully grown adult males, they are still following their old mother and ask for her help until their mother dies. And then when their mother dies, their social status will go down because they have no supporters anymore.
Sometimes this happens at a very young age. When this bonobo was 3 years old, his mother died. Since then, he's had no influence within the group. The other youngsters will play with him, but the play sometimes gets rough. When things seem to be getting out of hand, a mother bonobo intervenes and winds up biting the orphan on the hand. When she disappears, the young bonobo remains behind, studying the orphan's injured hand. The orphan is isolated and injured. But eventually other youngsters will come to see what the matter is. They appear curious, even concerned. Though chimps are known to demonstrate this behavior, some researchers believe that bonobos are the most caring of all the great apes, except for us. Perhaps here is a glimpse of a behavior rooted in our shared past. Bonobos aren't just concerned with each other. They are known to help other species too.
There was a bonobo at a zoo in England who found a little bird, a starling, that had hit the window at the zoo. And the starling was stunned, and she picked it up. She took it in her hand, and she climbed to the highest point of her enclosure, the highest tree. And she wrapped her feet across the tree so that she had her hands free. And she unfolded the bird like this, like a little toy airplane. She sent it out, which I think is amazing because it means that, of course, not something she could do to a bonobo. That would be stupid to do that. But for a bird, that seems to be the appropriate help.